Hello appraisers, this is Brandon with Choice Valuation, and in this video we're going to be covering how to set up the Spark exports in the San Antonio MLS, also called SABOR. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First thing you do, obviously, get into the MLS, get logged in, and then right here, hover your mouse over where it says Reports, then click on Custom Reports. And we're going to have to do this a few times. And so you're going to have a list here of all the exports or all the custom reports you've set up in SABOR. And these are basically ways that you can export data. And we're going to add a new one. So you click Add New Report. Then here where it says class, you got to make sure and change that. So you change that from cross property to single residential. And then you want to click here where it says report name and you want to name it. So I'm going to name it Spark SFR because this is going to be the single family residential version. And then all you do is you left click the very top field so it highlights in blue, scroll down on your keyboard, hold down the shift key, and then left click the bottom field. And when you do that, because you hold down the shift key, and by the way, you can let go of shift now, and because you were holding down the shift key when you left click the bottom one, it highlighted every field in between. You can scroll up and see they're all highlighted. Then you just click this right arrow to move them over to the right. So now this should be empty, this should be full, and then there's one last step you have to do before you hit save, and don't forget this, it's important. You have to click up here where it says names, and then you click this checkbox that says long name. You got to make sure you do that. It's really important. Otherwise, it will not work correctly. So choose that checkbox, select long name, then you click save. That's all there is to it. Then I'm going to do it again for condos. So I'm going to click Add New Report. Right here, choose condominium. And by the way, you're going to do this for multifamily and for rentals as well if you are going to use Spark for those. So I'm going to do Spark, what am I doing? Condo. And then I click the top field, scroll down, hold the shift key, left click the bottom field, make sure they're all highlighted, let go of shift, and then click the left arrow to move them all over. Make sure it's blank on the left, and then make sure you click names up at the top, click the checkbox for long name, and then click save. And now we have our two that we just created, the Spark Condo and the Spark SFR showing up. So now I can go in and actually export data to use in Spark. So what I would do is I would go into like a residential search. Let's just do a sample one here. Obviously, I don't know your area, so I am just going to put in all homes over $1 million. There's 212. And if you're using this for your market analysis, you are just going to choose everything. So what you would do is then click the download button, which is called the export button. It's this one right here. You click that, and then you choose all listings. You want to export everything. If this is for your market analysis, then you hit next. And then right here in this drop down, you got to choose Spark. We're going to choose Spark SFR. Then hit next. And then you choose Tab Delimited and hit next. And now it's downloaded the file right down there. And now what I'm going to do is, let's say out of all these properties, I want to choose a few to load into my grid as comps. Then I do that. I hit the download button. All selected listings, that's what I want. Choose the Spark SFR. And then I'm going to choose Tab Delimited. And it's done. So now I've exported those two. And now I can go into Spark, which, by the way, you can get there by going to sparkforappraisers.com, or once you have an account, you go to app.sparkforappraisers.com. That's the website you go to. And once you enter in your effective date, you can now start loading in your properties. Now, this file, if you'll remember, is the most recent one I got. That's the one that had my comps in it. So I can just drag that over to upload and drop it right on there. Okay, so what happened is Spark uploaded all the data, and it went and got the public records as well. But for this one property, it was not able to find the public records. And I'm guessing it's because the agent entered in two different parcel IDs. So maybe I'll just delete out one of those and hit get data again. And it worked. Now, if it didn't work and for some reason, maybe it's like new construction and Spark can't find any public records for it, then you can just hit done on that window and Spark will still proceed. Everything will still work. You'll still have all the MLS data. You just won't have any public records data for that one particular property. Then you hit next, and now you're going to see the grid pop up here. For those of you who aren't aware, this is all customizable, so don't worry if this isn't exactly how you'd want yours to look. And now we can load in the market analysis data. And again, you can either drag it up here to this plus button, or you just click the button and you tell it where it is. So I'm going to go to my downloads folder and find that file, which was this one, and hit open. And now it's loading in that data for my market analysis. And there we go. So anyways, that's it. And of course, there's the 1004MC as well. All right, thanks everybody for watching. And please let us know if you have any issues using Spark in SABOR, or if you see anything that you think should be changed or something not translating the way you think it should, definitely give us a call and we'll check it out. Thanks a lot.